This week is going to be a little more casual than usual. I was out of town for a week and have been working on keeping the house clean and getting things unpacked and kids to dentist appointments, and I haven't done much by way of actually unpacking my lighting gear and whatnot that was put away while I was gone so that our spare room could be used to host my in-laws, who were watching my youngest child while my husband was at work, and I and the older two girls went gallivanting off with some friends. But we had a wonderful time, and it was just lovely to be away and visit good friends. And now it's lovely to be back, and I've got some big changes in my spare room that I use as a sewing room. So the main big change is, instead of a big queen-size bed on the floor, we received a wonderful Murphy bed, fold-out bed from my in-laws, and my husband and father-in-law got it all set up while I was gone, and so now I have all this beautiful floor space that I have to work hard to be disciplined to keep clean, because it is, I feel like the older I'm getting, the more I appreciate having open space, and how that it relaxes me and makes it easier to start projects when things aren't in chaos. Usually I think of myself as, I create chaos as I go, and so therefore chaos makes me more creative. But I have been learning that I am much more thoughtful and disciplined and organized in how I make things when I make an effort to have things around me be organized. So I'm trying to do better at keeping my area in order, and I want to get better at, as I finish a project, to get everything back in its place, and then the creative process can start afresh with a nice clean slate, rather than trying to have 3 or 4 different projects with all of their different things stacked on top of each other and getting in the way, and it's easy to lose things then, and then you spend so much time looking for it that you're frustrated and you just say, nope, I'm going to go read a book instead of finish this project. Which, reading books are great, but sometimes if you're only doing it because, if I'm only reading a book because I'm so frustrated by my mess that I can't do my project, then that's kind of sad that I can't be more organized. So that's my goal, is to use this opportunity of this remake of the spare room to make it more organized and just get better at keeping it organized, because I would like to be more disciplined there. I see the benefits of it in my life, and I know the people around me also benefit from having things more ordered. And I know it's amazing to clean a room so there's plenty of floor space, and then you let the kids loose in there, and they don't need toys. They just go zooming around on the floor, and it's crazy how just a clean room kind of unleashes their imagination of just their space. They can run, they can jump, they can spin, they can roll, they can do all sorts of things, and they don't need toys to do it. So it's not a new year, but that's my resolution for this kind of new room. The new setup is to keep it nice and open and free of clutter. So hopefully, as the weeks go by, I can report that I have done that. So one of my reduce clutter projects is going to be to get rid of this huge pile of UFOs, what the sewing world likes to call, unfinished objects. So all of these are items that I have cut out and either started to sew and never finished. Like, this is a shirt that all it needs is the cuffs attached, which would take all of 5 minutes, and that hasn't happened yet. I need to do that before the girls grow out of that. This is a dress I sewed that, once I tried it on, I decided I didn't like the waistline, so I need to readjust that. Here's another shirt that I cut out and had it sewn. And what is this? Oh, this is a skirt that I tried making, and I was going to do a lace overlay, and my machine kept eating the lace, and so I got frustrated and tossed it in the unfinished pile. This is another shirt that I cut out to make for the girls and have yet to finish, which also needs to be done before they grow, or I'm going to have to give it away as a gift to someone younger. And, oh yes, this is one. I have no fears about growing this one because it's for me, and I shouldn't be growing again unless I get pregnant, and hey, then I can just adjust it for a maternity shirt. But, so, I have all these projects that I need to either sew or get rid of them so they're not taking up space. So that is part of my get rid of the clutter plan. I also want to work on getting better at finding storage bins. We have this great shelf that has 9 cubbies in it, and I want to make time in my schedule to go to a store and find some cubbies, some of the bins that fit right in the cubbies, and then that way it'll look nicer and neater. I can have all of my like zippers and bias tape instead of kind of in cluttered boxes stacked up. I can have them all in one bin, and same with all of these different kind of fabrics that I have. I've been using these little bags that like your bedding or comforters come in. They're made of plastic and have a zipper closure, so they've been great for keeping different types of fabric separate, but they do add to the cluttered feel on the shelf, and so I'm going to get boxes that actually fit the shelf, and that will, I think, go a long ways in making this shelf more usable rather than it just being a spot for clutter to be pushed. Everything will have a place to go that hopefully is labeled, and that makes it easier for me to be disciplined in putting things back. Because if there's a label on it, then there are rules that must be followed, and sometimes I'm a rule follower with certain things. With other things, I'm not. And getting artwork up on the walls, which doesn't necessarily feel like a declutter task, but it's definitely part of making a room feel, I don't know, welcoming. I often kind of forget about the beauty aspect of a room and just want everything to be nicely ordered. Well, I want everything to just be put away, as you can see by my shelves. Order and doesn't always look nice. Sometimes it looks very busy, but I put up some pictures on the wall real quick because we were having guests come over, and I was realizing just what a difference it makes in the room just to have a couple pictures, and it immediately makes the room feel more comfortable and more homey. So I want to get work on getting just kind of different photos and pictures up on the walls and arranged nicely, and make it something that is just pleasing to look at. So when you walk in the room, hopefully the feeling is that there's space to move around and relax in, and there are beautiful things on the walls to look at and appreciate, and that it's just a space to come in and be calm and quiet and to create and make things, and sit and think about the things that you could create. So that's kind of my goal with the room, and I want to prioritize putting stuff on the walls as part of that to create a place of beauty, as well as a place of practical making things and producing things, but I also want it to be a lovely place to be as well. So those are the goals, and we'll see how quickly it gets done. Right now I'm feeling pretty motivated. I think being away from home can make a big difference in my motivation. Where I've been away, I've seen someone else's house and seen things, how they organize things or do things differently than I do, and then you get home and you see everything with fresh eyes, and you can go, oh, I could do this or I could do that. And so right now I'm feeling motivated. So I really want to take advantage of this, kind of seeing the house and with new eyes, and maybe tackle it room by room, and hopefully end up with a house that just suits our needs better and is more of a home and a resting place than just a box with a nice ceiling and to live in. Houses are very practical, but they can be very beautiful too. So I would love to make mine something that makes people feel like they're rested, and that they can be comfortable, and that they can be who they are. They don't have to put masks on or be pristine and proper to be in my house. I want them to be comfortable and to to want to be here. So that's kind of the goal. So we'll see how it goes. Home decor has never been my strong suit. I think I've said that before. So it'll be a challenge, and I hope I continue working away at it, because it would be nice to focus on the house and get things looking nice, especially since that's where we spend the majority of our time. So I will keep you updated on the different projects I'm doing to accomplish those goals, and I will see you next week.